She starred with Ryan in Green Lantern, and they recently collaborated on their fourth child. Please welcome Blake Lively.
Of all the fruitless soldiers, oh, I see the light and the heat.
Good evening, folks. Sorry, I lost my voice earlier, thanks to all the unbridled pregnancy rage, so stick with me. I meant to tell you that Ryan is the 36th recipient of this incredible honor, but he's the first ever Canadian, which is a huge deal for him and for Canada. And it is. I thank you, Ryan will thank you, and Canada thanks you. But what I really want to do is thank Canada for giving us all this man who has contributed so much to the world's gross international happiness with his art, his heart, his philanthropy, his humor, his integrity, his unmatched work ethic, his self-deprecating levity, his hard-earned depths, and his grace. So many of those stunning qualities come from his homeland, Canada, and giving back to the country that gave him his life is critical to who he is as a person. Can you guys hear me? I feel like I'm a teenage boy going through puberty in front of you all. This is awful. Anyway, when I met Ryan, he would still stop himself mid-sentence and ask me, wait, hold on. Do you guys say almond or almond? It's because he came to LA as a Canadian, and as every actor in this room knows, you're meant to rent all tells of where you're from, especially if it's Canada, but not if you're British. That just makes you cooler and more talented and chic in every way. So to get jobs, you're meant to walk the American walk and talk the American talk. Yet every weekend, in rain, sleet, or snow, he drove his car, motorcycle, or anything with wheels back to Canada. Every weekend. That trek was his church. He would pull over and nap on the side of the road on top of his motorcycle, which is not advisable for long-term back health, FYI. He's always had something in him that has beckoned him home. He had to check into his home base. It was essential to keeping him grounded, to keeping him sane, to keeping him him. And now I am his home, and our girls are his home. And just like that 19-year-old boy, he races home. Whether it's from across the globe or a meeting across the street, he is hardwired to get home. If he came home from set not in his wardrobe, we would be very concerned. Soaked in mud, fake blood, real blood, prosthetic scars, superhero suits, tap shoes, or clown makeup, Daddy always comes home. And that man races back to his real life like nothing I have ever seen. Especially not by someone who's able to be so all in his work life. He's able to somehow be everything to everyone all at once. He is the most present person you will ever meet. And yes, he creates magic in his work, but man, oh man, does he create magic in his real life. And my girlies, they know what I'm talking about, huh, JJ? So really, all this is to say, if anything defines this man, it's the way that he lives his life to honor and value his home. Whether that be me and our babies, or all of his people in this room and beyond, we all know who we are, or his country, Canada. Home is where his heart is, which is why he gives so much of his heart back to his home. We don't all have time tonight for me to list the things he's done for Canada, the jobs he's created, the organizations he's uplifted, the causes he's led and supported, the hockey teams he's purchased, the restaurants he's boosted, the sick kids he's visited or made countless videos for or done FaceTimes with. But I can promise you, you do not forget the look in those parents' eyes when someone shows up for their kid the way he does, the way he quietly and invisibly does all the time. So that's really all I want to leave you with tonight, not with the specifics of his actions, but instead with the DNA of who he is. And that DNA is distinctly Canadian, spun one magical night in 1976 between the bed sheets of Jim and Tammy Reynolds. I'm looking at you, Tam, you little hussy. Like a proud parent adores its favorite son, I see Canada love this man as it should so damn well right back. But don't take my word for it. Here's a song the inimitable Stephen Page wrote for Ryan this past spring as Ryan received Canada's Governor General's Award. Honestly, guys, please stop giving Ryan awards. I am running out of precious shelf space for my tchotchkes.
They said Bryan Adams was busy, and Nickelback all had to work. They meant to call Drake, but called me by mistake, so you're stuck with a song by this jerk. They asked me to write you a number to show you just how we all feel. We know you're a fan of the land we call Canada, but here's what I've got to reveal: that Canada loves you back. Canada loves you back. Canada loves you back. Canada loves you back. Wherever you go, we want you to know that Bryan, Canada loves you back. A genuine Canadian icon, like Shatner or Alex Trebek. You're almost as juicy as Bruno Gerussi, and much better known in Quebec. Oh, of all the Canadian Ryans, you've gotta be in our top 3. We'll drink American gin when your team in Wales wins, and tell everyone you're from BC, 'cause Canada's got your back. Canada's got your back. When things aren't so good in old Hollywood, remember Canada's got your back. You're Canada's own superhero, and not simply when you're on screen. You shine a spotlight on the people who might not otherwise get to be seen. Oh, of course we would love to take credit, but that's not what Canadians do. Our nation's foundation of self-deprecation seems like it is rubbed off on you. And Canada loves you back. Canada loves you back. Wherever you go, we want you to know that Bryan, Canada loves you back. How about something anthemic, or something sweet out of sing? He helped us all through the pandemic, so what you waiting for? Let those church bells ring. Wherever you go, we want you to know that Bryan, Canada loves you back. Canada loves you back. Oh, Canada loves you back. Wherever you go, we want you to know that Bryan, Canada's we love you back.
Now, please join us for the Canadian National Anthem. I have no idea. I hope somebody knows the words to this thing. But we're going to sing the Canadian National Anthem, so please join us. I think we stand. How this works. I leave you all with one final message from someone else who's contributed a thing or two to Canada.
Hello everyone, bonjour à tous. Just wanted to congratulate a good friend of mine and a truly legendary Canadian, Ryan Reynolds. Ryan, congratulations on receiving the American Cinematheque Award. Since 1984, this award has recognized people who've made extraordinary contributions to the art of the moving picture. When you put it like that, I can't think of anyone more deserving. This is a testament to your extraordinary career, Ryan, as an actor, producer, screenwriter, and entrepreneur. But that's not all. You and Blake have done so much to help those in need. From your donation to the Ottawa Food Bank during the first wave of the pandemic, to the support you've offered to refugees fleeing the conflict in Ukraine, your philanthropic efforts are second to none. As you all know, we Canadians love to boast when our artists succeed on the world stage. Quite frankly, throughout your career, Ryan, both on and off the screen, you've given us so much to swagger about. Tu as tant inspiré tant de gens dans le monde entier et ton influence s'étend bien au-delà des films auxquels tu as participé. On va continuer de t'encourager ici au pays et on va toujours être très fiers. Once again, my deepest congratulations, dear friend.